Welcome to Running on Reddit. Like and subscribe, or you'll be running on fumes. I'm 19 male, and my sister, 22 female, got married about a week ago. She was rather mean to me growing up, and I still don't like her very much. Several months ago, we were all having dinner as a family. I was asked by my sister if I could be the organist for her wedding. She told me that she can't pay me, but that I can have food at the buffet. Since most of the gigs that I do are paying ones, I initially said that she's going to have to pay me, but my parents got mad at me and told me that it's unreasonable to expect family to pay me for playing music. I asked my sister if there'll be vegan options for her buffet, and she told me that she'll make sure that there will be. So I gave in and agreed to play as long as she has vegan options for me. When I arrived on the day of the wedding, my sister came over and told me that she wasn't able to get any vegan options for the buffet, so she got an Impossible Whopper for me from Burger King on her way there. Not only was that completely insulting, it has mayo in it, so it isn't even vegan. I told her that I'm not going to play for the wedding unless she sends me $200 on Venmo right now. She went and discussed it with her fiance, only to be told that she can't do that. So I immediately left the wedding and muted my sister, her fiance, and my parents on my phone. There was no music for the wedding ceremony. I went to go see a movie with my friends instead. When I got home, my parents were predictably very angry and screaming at me, but I refused to apologize. I honestly don't care that much what they think anymore at this point, because I'm already moving out in less than a month. My sister is now demanding that I reimburse her $2,500 for the organ rental and is threatening to take me to small claims court. I told her to pound sand because not only was there no contract, she didn't even uphold her end of our verbal agreement. OP was technically in the right. He set the conditions and they agreed to them. He also didn't get along with his sister in the first place and didn't need to do any favors. I got married 2 weekends ago. I asked my 3 best friends, Anna, Kelly and Laura, to be my bridesmaids 2 years before the wedding and found them very helpful when planning. For the morning of my wedding I hired a fancy penthouse apartment for myself and the bridesmaids to get ready. We had champagne, and as we were pouring it out, Laura said none for her. Now Laura is the biggest party animal of us all, so naturally we questioned why she wasn't drinking. Laura then told us she was pregnant. Of course I was happy for her, but obviously the focus was then on Laura and her pregnancy, and not us getting ready for my wedding, something I had been planning for 2 years. Anyway, we all got ready and headed to the venue. The photographer kept us outside the venue for a short while so he could do post photos with myself and the bridesmaids. I was holding my bouquet, Anna and Kelly were holding theirs, but Laura placed hers on the floor and was standing with her hands cradling her stomach, as if to emphasize her bump, which wasn't noticeable as she's barely 12 weeks. The photographer asked her to pick her flowers up, so all of us were holding our bouquets, and Laura refused and said, "Oh, it's okay, I'd prefer to stand like this," and carried on cradling her stomach. So now those photos just look weird. The rest of the day went smoothly until it came to the speeches. As Laura was my oldest friend, naturally I asked her to say a few words. She stood up and said some nice words, then ended her speech with, "And I'm so excited to announce that as bride's best friend, I'd like her to be an honorary aunt to my baby, who is due summer 2020. With her being an old family friend, of course my family were over the moon, and again the attention was on her and her pregnancy and not me and my husband. I felt so upset on my wedding day and haven't really spoke to Laura much since. She has since sent me a text saying I'm acting like a spoiled brat and the world doesn't revolve around me. Alrighty for being upset and distancing myself. I think both Bridezilla and Laura were at fault. Bridezilla had 2 years of planning. It is unfair to expect people to not live their lives during that time. Laura didn't have to announce or emphasize her pregnancy during the photos or speech though. Let me know in the comments below which side you think is more correct. I was asked to be a bridesmaid in a childhood friend's wedding. We weren't ever really close, but we had a few play dates in elementary school. When it came to middle school and high school we barely spoke, but would say hello every now and then. We are also longtime friends on Facebook and her mother is my FB friend as well. I told her yes, because I thoroughly enjoy weddings and cake, why not? Plus, I wanted to help her out, because I thought it was a kind gesture, and it was nice to be asked. Shortly after my husband and I found out that we are expecting. Baby's due date is very close to the ceremony and I disclosed this shortly after finding out. I asked several times if she's sure that she wants me in the wedding still, and she said yes. I find out the maid of honor dropped out 3 weeks before the wedding, and that it was supposedly someone she was very close to. There was an elaborate story I guess as to why, and she literally ghosted the bride and falls off the face of the earth. She begs me to take her maid of honor spot and said that she would take care of everything, but just to hold the title and write a speech. I'm like, sure. At this point I'm heavily pregnant and actually end up in the hospital a few times with pregnancy complications. One of those nights being her bridal party. The bride literally did not give a crap and expected me to show up still. The wedding is a 3-hour drive away, and I'm being told that there's a chance baby could come early. I express my concerns with the bride over the phone and she's not listening. She literally doesn't care, and it's all about her, so I tell her I'm opting out, and that I apologize, but that my health comes first. Well, we go around in circles, and I'm telling her no directly, indirectly, 15 different ways, while trying to be polite but stern. She still wants me there, and won't take no for an answer, saying things like, can you play it by ear? I'm worried for you and the baby, but also need you at the ceremony. My mom wants to know if you can just drive down for the day. I have a bridesmaid gift for you. I need you to be there. Just keep your stress down and stay calm. I know you can make it to my wedding. I now understand why the other maid of honor may have dropped out. This is ridiculous. Update. I told her that I wouldn't be attending and wished her a happy wedding and marriage. Her response was that she hopes and prays that I at least take coming to just the ceremony into consideration for food and fun without participating in any of the other stuff, i.e. bridal dinner, rehearsal, or photo shoots. I did not respond. OP did the best they could. I'm glad they didn't compromise their health to show up to the wedding. RIBU, to be pretty pissed off at my bridesmaid and my photographer. Got married a couple of months ago, smallish affair on a small budget, as we don't believe in spending thousands on a wedding. Our photographer is newly starting out, but takes great pics. We got a small package, USB with 300 pics and an album. We got our photos back yesterday, sat happily on the sofa looking at our pics together, and we scrolled onto one with one of my bridesmaids with her family, then another one, then another and another, and on it goes 43 pictures of her and her family, and it's a location that's quite a distance from the reception, so they had gone purposely to do them in private. Am I being unreasonable to be very pissed off? She just sent a text an hour ago to say, can she see the pics? I have yet to reply. Thanks. I would be mad if someone stole my photographer to do their own shoot for free, especially if it was on my wedding day. Hey girl, what's up? I got a snap from you, but it got deleted before I could read it. Lol. Sorry. I don't know why that happened. I just have a question. So blank dropped out of my wedding, and I wanted to know if you want to be in it, like a bridesmaid. Are you serious? I'm not trying to be rude. I figure you'd ask one of your sisters or cousins. We've only met once at blank's wedding. Yep, I was just thinking cause blank told me how much you gave them for a wedding gift. It was really generous, and you were her bridesmaid lol. I'm going to have to say no. But I wish you and blank the best of luck. Well, we are registered at Bed Bath & Beyond if you wanna get us anything LMAO. When is the wedding? August, but we have so many people coming, so we can't invite everyone. Sorry. OP's gifts must be really generous if they get invited for that one reason. My younger brother, James, is getting married to Lisa, and they are planning on having some unconventional aspects to their ceremony, like Lisa wearing a wedding dress with a black pattern. She expressed to me that she wants to wear a wedding veil that my great-grandmother wore, and so has every woman on my side of family since, including me, for their wedding. Lisa said she wanted to wear something from James' side because she's not really close to her own immediate family. I was initially delighted to hear she wanted to, but then Lisa said that she plans on permanently shortening the veil because that would feel more like her and feel like it's a joint union of her background and James. I got really upset because not only is it completely defacing the veil to me, but it essentially ruins the veil for anyone else, like my young daughter who I want to have the veil on her future wedding day. Lisa told me that it's selfish to not allow her to do this one small thing and stormed out. I got a text from James calling me a dumpy head for getting her upset over a small thing. AITA? Leave it to a bridezilla to destroy family heirlooms for the sake of their special day. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on the bell or you'll be running on fumes. See you in the next video.